everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the second episode in my Heal and Hide Rosacea and Acne video series that I started last week. It has been 1 week since I started treatment, since I saw a dermatologist and got medication and prescription and sort of a treatment plan. If you're curious about the antibiotics that I'm taking or the topical treatment that I'm using for my rosacea, be sure to check out my previous video because I talk about all of the things that were prescribed to me, what they're for, and why I'm using it. Today's video is more of just an update. I do have one more treatment that I'm going to talk about today, which is birth control, and then also there's one more addition to my skin kind of cleansing routine as well as my makeup. So I'm going to go over all of that today. Stay tuned if you're interested to see what my skincare and makeup routine looks like right now. So far, I would say that everything I'm doing is helping. I still have, as you can see, tons of little pimples throughout. I'm still very broken out, but it doesn't hurt. Like last week when I was filming, it was cystic acne. Like all of this was hard and it hurt. It was very painful to the touch. Even the gentle cleansers that I was using were kind of burning and hurting my skin a little bit. I don't experience that at all anymore. So like the burning has gone away, the pain has gone away. Now it's just, now it's just the way I look, like the redness and kind of like the little odd bumps and blotchiness here and there, but I think it's mainly the acne healing itself. So I wouldn't say that I've had any new breakouts, like any new major pimples or anything like that. I think this is all just stuff that was from last week, kind of like coming to the surface and healing itself. Okay, so this is me with my face cleansed and moisturized. Again, in my previous video, I talk about the cleansers and moisturizers I use. I do have a new product that I'm using as of yesterday, and it is the Alba Even Advanced. And it is the Alba Even Advanced SPF 15 Broad Spectrum. Protects against blotchiness for an even complexion. And it's also free of parabens, phthalates, and animal testing. It's vegetarian. I really like that the active ingredients for the sunscreen are all mineral based, so they're not gonna irritate my rosacea. Because sometimes with other drugstore brand sunscreens, they will use chemical sunscreens, which can actually aggravate sensitive skin types. So if you stick with the mineral ones like titanium dioxide, those will be a lot gentler on rosacea or acne prone skin. So I put that on. I don't use a primer. That's kind of what I use as my primer. Also, before I get into the makeup portion, I wanted to talk really quick about something that I started at the beginning of this week, which is birth control. I'm taking a low dose birth control called low loestrum, and it's basically just to get my hormones in check. I've mentioned it several times on my channel in various videos. I might have even mentioned it in my last one, but I struggle with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is basically a hormone imbalance. I will sometimes never get a cycle, or I won't ovulate. My hormones are just kind of all over the place, and that's really what leads to my acne issues and now my rosacea issues. So I started birth control at the beginning of this week to kind of add an extra layer of treatment, I guess, to try and get this under control so that I don't have to go on Accutane. So like I mentioned, I use the Alba Even Advanced sunscreen on my face, and then I'm gonna start with my makeup routine. And again, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Normalizing Correcting Cream, and I'm in the shade Transforming Light Beige. Okay, and I didn't talk about this in my last video because I didn't use it, but I'm using today the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I use this for my under eyes. I didn't get very much sleep last night, so I feel like today I really need this. But for a drugstore brand, I really like this. It does well. It does a good job of concealing, and it doesn't tend to rest in any of the fine lines and wrinkles that I've been getting lately. And so I will just kind of put it here on the darkest parts of my under eye, and then I do put a little bit on the side here because I have like a little dip that creates sort of a dark shadow there. So I like to go all in those areas to try and hide it. Next, I'm just gonna set the concealing that I did as well as the under eye concealing. I also know that the antibiotics and treatments that I've been using have been working because, as you can tell, like, my makeup's starting to go on a bit smoother. In my last video, I feel like you definitely saw all of the bumps and lumps. You can still see it here, a little bit here on my nose, and then of course this patch, but it does, at least in my opinion, it seems that my makeup is going on a bit smoother. It's also staying put longer, which is a sign to me that my skin's starting to balance out now. And then another new addition to my makeup routine is the Bye Bye Pores by IT Cosmetics. This is the illumination one. If you can't already tell, I'm obsessed with IT Cosmetics. It's really, honestly, the only thing that I can use for my acne and rosacea that won't make it worse. And I'm just using this Bare Minerals like kabuki brush that I got in one of their starter kits. It's one of the few Bare Minerals brushes that doesn't irritate my skin, because believe it or not, the brushes can do that to sensitive skin types. And now that I've taken most of the color out of my face, I am going to put it back in with my blush and bronzer. And then today for my eye makeup, I'm again using the Naked 2 Basics by Urban Decay. And I'm gonna start with the Stark over my entire lid. And then I'm gonna do cover in the creases. And then I'm gonna use the Amy Nadine. I don't know, I've had this for a long time, but the color is Carrot, and it's sort of a shimmery goldish color, and I'm gonna put that on the inside of my eyelids. Next is mascara. And last but not least, I am branching out and I'm using lip color. Today I'm doing the Satin Lipstick by Burt's Bees in the shade Blush Basin. Alright, and that is it. That is today's video update of where I'm at in my rosacea and acne healing journey. Next week I will post another video kind of showing the progress that I've made from the antibiotics and now the birth control and the treatment, as well as my skincare routine, and then kind of see if my makeup is going on any smoother or any better than it has been the last couple of weeks. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe and join in on everything that we post here. I have a really great community, especially for my rosacea videos. Everyone leaves super helpful comments and just tips and tricks on how to manage this really frustrating condition. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up, and also just have a great week. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!